What we witnessed in Game 1 of the 2025 NBA Finals was more than a shot. It was a seismic statement, a moment that sent shockwaves through the entire basketball world. The energy in the arena was electric, every fan on the edge of their seat, not knowing they were about to witness history. The Pacers were down, counted out, and had turned the ball over 19 times in the first half. It looked like the pressure of the finals was too much, and the Thunder's defense was suffocating them at every turn. For nearly 48 minutes, Indiana never led, not once. The scoreboard was a constant reminder of the uphill battle they faced, and the Pacers bench looked defeated, searching for answers. Then, with just 0.3 seconds left on the clock, Tyrese Haliburton demanded the ball. The weight of the moment was immense, but he wanted it. He embraced it. That pull-up jumper wasn't just clutch, it flipped the entire series. In a single motion, Halliburton rewrote the script, turning despair into hope for Indiana. Experts had already written the Pacers off, calling OKC's defense all-time great and predicting a sweep. The narrative was set and few believed Indiana could even make it competitive. But Halliburton's shot wasn't luck, it was ice-cold confidence, the kind that only true stars possess. He stared down the moment and never flinched. That single moment didn't just win a game, it changed the psychological landscape. Suddenly, the Thunder looked vulnerable, and the Pacers believed they could do the impossible. Suddenly the Pacers weren't just happy to be here, they were here to win. The celebration was more than joy, it was a declaration of intent. Imagine the pressure, on the road, NBA Finals debut, trailing all night, and the ball in your hands with the world watching. Most would crumble, but Halliburton thrived. Halliburton didn't blink. He delivered a dagger that silenced the arena, leaving thousands of Thunder fans in stunned silence. That's the mark of a superstar. In the biggest moment, he rose above the noise and pressure, etching his name into finals lore. It told the Thunder, your coronation is on hold. The Pacers had crashed the party, and now, anything felt possible. This wasn't just about 2 points, it was about belief. It was about sending a message to every doubter and every fan watching around the world. The Pacers walked out with momentum, having stolen home court advantage. The series was no longer a foregone conclusion. Every player in that locker room stood taller because their leader delivered when it mattered most. The belief was contagious, and the team felt unstoppable. Halliburton snatched victory from defeat and may have just launched his finals MVP campaign. His performance will be talked about for years to come. The series and the narrative have changed. Game 1 will be remembered as the night Tyrese Haliburton announced himself to the world, and the Pacers proved they belong on the biggest stage. Let's check the box score, because sometimes the numbers only tell part of the story. Halliburton, 14 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists. On paper it looks solid but not spectacular. Some will say, 14 points, that's not MVP material. They'll focus on the scoring and miss what really matters. But they're missing the bigger picture. What Halliburton brings goes far beyond the stat sheet. Halliburton is the engine of the league's highest-powered offense, orchestrating every play and setting the tempo. His leadership steadied the Pacers after a disastrous first half, keeping his teammates focused and energized. He controlled the pace, found teammates in perfect spots, and finished with just 3 turnovers against elite defenders, showing poise under pressure. He grabbed 10 rebounds, doing the dirty work most stars avoid, fighting for every possession. He doesn't need 30 points to be the most valuable player on the floor. His impact is felt in every moment. His genius is elevating everyone around him, making his teammates better and the team stronger. When the game was on the line, he took and made the shot, proving he's the one you trust in the biggest moments. That's the definition of value. It's not just about points, it's about making every play, every teammate, and every moment count. But Halliburton isn't the only star in this series. The spotlight is crowded, and the stakes have never been higher. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, SGA, dropped 38 in Game 1 and remains the MVP favorite. His ability to take over games, especially in crunch time, has made him the player everyone is watching. He's the best pure scorer here, and the Thunder are still favored. SGA's confidence and poise under pressure set him apart from the rest. But Halliburton's competition isn't just SGA, it's his own teammate, Pascal Siakam. The Pacers' dynamic duo has become a force to be reckoned with. Siakam is a champion, the Pacers' most consistent scorer, and a steady veteran. He brings playoff experience and a winning mentality to every possession. If he keeps leading in points and defense, his MVP case grows. Siakam's versatility on both ends of the floor makes him invaluable. Halliburton's odds have improved, but Siakam is right behind. The internal rivalry is pushing both to new heights. The race is a three-man gauntlet. SGA's brilliance, Siakam's consistency, Halliburton's clutch heroics. Every game, the narrative shifts. Each has a narrative. SGA's scoring, Siakam's leadership, Halliburton's game winner. Their stories are unfolding with every possession. To win, Halliburton must outshine both his rival and his teammate. He's fighting for respect, for legacy, and for the ultimate prize. The Finals MVP is up for grabs, but the road is tough. Every possession, every decision could tip the scales. Halliburton's story began in those final 0.3 seconds. That moment set the tone for his underdog journey. Now, he must prove he's the most valuable, inside and outside his own locker room. The pressure is on, and the world is watching to see if he can rise above the challenge. The battle is just beginning. The next chapter of this final saga is about to unfold. History isn't on Halliburton's side. Since 2000, only 3 true point guards have won Finals MVP. The award usually goes to high-scoring wings or forwards. Halliburton's game is about passing and elevating others, not just scoring. Voters love big point totals. It's a scorer's award. Even Stephen Curry had to wait for his Finals MVP. Halliburton must make his impact so undeniable that voters can't ignore it. One game winner is a start, but he needs more headline moments to break through. There's another challenge. Siakam just won Eastern Conference Finals MVP. He was the Pacers' leading scorer, the model of consistency. Halliburton had flashes of brilliance, but also quiet games. Voters rewarded Siakam's steady production. Now Halliburton must escape that shadow. Every big Siakam night reminds voters of his reliability. To win Finals MVP, Halliburton must be more than the occasional hero. He must be the engine, every night. The ghost of that last MVP vote lingers. Halliburton needs to leave no doubt about who's most valuable. So, what's the path forward? First, the Pacers must win the series, no MVP for the runner-up. Halliburton needs more signature moments, game winners, dominant quarters, clutch plays. He must be assertive, both as scorer and playmaker, and outshine Siakam in overall impact. Statistically, he needs 20-plus points, 10-plus assists, and strong rebounding. One moment isn't enough, he needs sustained excellence. To win Finals MVP, Halliburton must overcome history, outduel SGA, and step out of Siakam's shadow. The journey has begun, the hardest part is still ahead.